Hi, my name is Courtney. Thank you for joining me for this 20-minute intermediate follow along mobility workout. Here's what's in store for you. We have about 9 different exercises, but our first 5 exercises we're gonna use as an activation and warm up. We will be doing mobility. Only thing that you need today is a foam roller and a dumbbell. So we're gonna get started here. Let's pick up your foam roller. And again, this is a follow along, so you're just gonna basically watch me. Our first move is going to be a 90-90 rotation. We're gonna start with our foam roller. So you're gonna place it down right in the middle of your back. So underneath your shoulder blades is okay. And then you're gonna place your legs at 90 degrees where your ankle and your knee are in one line with both legs, okay? Once you have that set, you're gonna line your back. This workout today, we're gonna do 45 seconds of working intervals on most of our movements. Sometimes when we switch sides, we'll do 30 seconds. So just kind of follow along. The second round of exercises, we'll whip through a little quicker. All right, let's begin with our 90-90 rotations. You're gonna turn from side to side with your legs, kind of like a windshield wiper. Now, why I really like doing these guys is you create internal and external rotation through the hips when you do this move. This is great when you're gonna squat, deadlift, do any type of lower body movement, kind of gets you into the right spot. As you lift one leg up, the trailing leg simply falls in and follows. Now I like using the foam roller because it gives me a little bit of support. So what we're gonna do coming up here in the next few seconds is take the foam roller away, and now we're gonna transition in using just your hands. You're gonna take your hands, put it behind you. We're gonna drop the legs in like we had them before, right? And then we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna lift up my outside leg, and then my trailing leg is going to just follow. And the key here is you wanna go slow and controlled. You hear me say controlled a lot during this workout today because that's what you wanna do when you do mobility. You wanna be in control of your movements, all right? So this is a really good one with the hands behind you because you have less support than the foam roller. And then we're gonna go into another level coming up here in your next 15 seconds. So again, this is a nice follow along. I'll typically talk about the exercises for a few seconds, then I demo, and then we get into it. And like I mentioned before, the second round is gonna go by a little quicker. Okay, so now we're gonna go into a next step. So this is called your 90-90 with a step, okay? So we'll have our legs in the same position, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take away the arms, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate to one side, and then we're gonna come back, and then this time we're gonna come up onto our knees into a step, okay? So just follow along with me here. Turn, go to the other side, and step. Get these guys out the way. Come back down, turn, and step. If you're not ready for this step move, there's nothing wrong with this kind of sticking to the 90-90s that we had before. So a few more, under 10 seconds. Drive the hips up. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so that's your 90-90 with the step. Our next move, we're gonna stretch the back a little bit, the lats. You're gonna get the mobility in your shoulders. So you're gonna place your foam roller down. We're gonna put our forearms on the foam roller while we kind of sit back on our heels like this. And you're just gonna stretch, all right? You're gonna hold the stretch for about 5 seconds. And then after 5 seconds, you're just gonna pull the foam roller in towards you, push it back out as you drop the head. And again, we're doing everything here for about 45 seconds or so. So you'll see me transitioning and you're just kind of holding it. Now this is a great move because your lats, these guys back here, your shoulders get stretched out. Anytime you're doing mobility, you want to make sure you can get those guys nice and loose and just breathe easy. Have about 20 more seconds. Drop the head, keep the hips back down, and just breathe easy. Lengthen the arms and just kind of think less, right? Just kind of straighten the arms. Relax, bring them in. Just a few more. I have about 5 seconds. Let's hold this last one for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're done with the foam roller, right? So we'll put this guy away. The next move we have is called a lumbar lock rotation. So this is another great exercise. We're gonna rotate through the shoulders. So for this one, set up by kind of tucking your toes under. We're gonna sit all the way down on our heels. We're gonna begin with our elbows, very similar to how we had it before. I'm gonna start with my left hand on the side of my head, and then I'm just gonna rotate all the way up and then come back all the way down. So let's get you set and let's give it a rotation. We're just gonna do 30 seconds on each side for this one. And as you rotate, you're doing what we call a thoracic turn or rotation. So if you kind of see or feel, you're stretching right underneath your shoulder blades, back of your armpit. And this is a great one here. And I like to inhale on the way down, then exhale on the way up. Give me 3, 2, 1, and we're simply just gonna transition to the other side. Same thing here, I've got 30 seconds of rotation. And again, this is a great move, kind of set you up for the day. And these exercises that we begin with in the beginning, we're not gonna repeat these guys because we're just kind of using them to essentially warm us up for a little bit more work coming up here in a few. All right, just a few more of these guys. And then we go into the next move. Inhale down, hard exhale up. Last one here, and then come on back down. All right, so you should feel a little bit looser, okay? So now we're gonna go into a hip hinge. So this is going to be the last move in a circuit. Everything after this will repeat. This guy here, we're gonna keep our legs straight while the one leg is bent. This is a little bit of a hip hinge. So we're gonna extend or sit back the hips while keeping this leg straight. Great exercise for your adductors. You can keep your hands here, and let's get into it. Just sit all the way back, and just kind of keeping the gaze straight up, control. For this guy, we'll do 30 seconds on each side. So hip hinges are great, like if you're going to do a deadlift, maybe in between your deadlifts to kind of keep that integrity in your hips. I highly recommend doing those, but mobility days like today, they're excellent. Just to kind of get in and get out. All right, about 10 seconds. And then we're gonna swiftly kind of switch sides here. Kind of keep that belly button pulled in so your shoulders don't fall. So we'll switch, we'll go to the other side. Again, leg is nice and straight, and let's go into the hip hinge. All right, like I mentioned before, this is going to be our last move. We're doing mobility here. We're a little slower. You should be warming up. And the next few moves that we're gonna do, we're gonna be a little bit more of a workout. Same thing though, you'll follow along and we'll rip through it. About 10 more seconds, and then we'll go into some different moves. So inhale down, exhale up, extend those hips, give me one more, and up. Awesome. So this exercise we're gonna use your dumbbell for. This is a half kneeling chop, one of my favorite exercises. So you do a lot here. We're gonna really earn the shoulder. So this side, I'm gonna have a half kneeling. You're gonna grab your dumbbell, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with your arm straight here, and then we're gonna chop over the opposite shoulder, rotate back, and then chop over. You're gonna all do this, but with controlling the movement, okay? So we pick up the dumbbell, let's go 30 seconds each side, over, straighten our arms here, and chop. So this is great because we're working the core a little bit. You're getting some shoulder mobility in here, right? With nice alignment, because if you watch my back toe, it's into the ground, staying up tall, and we're working our arms as well. This is a great exercise. I love doing this in the middle of a workout, again, to maintain that integrity. You can give me 3, 2, 1. Awesome. So let's switch sides. Do the same thing to the other side. And like I said before, this kind of starts more of the workout portion of the workout, right? Because we'll be doing a little bit more work, still working on mobility. And this first set, I'll demo. Second set, we'll just kind of go through it a little quicker. And that's how we'll get to our 20 minutes. About 5 seconds left, and we'll go into our next move. 2, 1, and time. All right, doing a great job. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of a side kick. We're not gonna do a full kick. We're gonna begin this move on all fours. I'm gonna get off my mat here. And you're gonna have your hands underneath your shoulders. your knees centered underneath your hips. And what you're gonna do here is you're gonna take your knees about an inch off the ground, pull one arm while you turn, place it back, pull the other arm while you turn. All right, so let's set it up and let's get into it, right? We'll do this guy for 45 seconds, alternate, just pull that elbow back. So we're getting a little bit of a hip rotation here, shoulder mobility here, ankle mobility. So all the joints, mobile joints in your body, getting some love here, all right? So you pull that elbow back, punch the ground, kind of keep those knees low to the ground, about 2 or 3 inches. Exhale as you pull. And you should be getting a little warm now, right? The heart rate, because we're doing multiple joints, are moving at the same time. Heart rate's gonna go up. Almost there. You're gonna give me 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna move into our next move. This is called a plank step. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into a plank, okay? And from this position, you're just gonna step to the outside of your hands, place it back, hold that plank nice and stiff. Now this is a move that looks super simple, but it does add up. It gets taxing. All right, so let's set up our plank and let's get into it. Step, and just breathe. Step. 45 seconds is a long time to do this, so if you need to take a break, take a second, go ahead and do so, and just breathe easy. This is a great way to warm up as well. If you want to do a few of these guys, just to kind of get the hips open, it's great. But I know this always gets me, always gets my heart rate up, feeling my shoulders. It's a great move for the hips though. Y'all doing a great job. 10 seconds, and then we'll go to our next move. Strong finish here. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice job there. Okay, so we go to what we call a crab toe reach, okay? So you're gonna kind of be in a bridge position on this one. So we're gonna kind of lift your hips up. And from this position, we're just gonna reach across, top to toe. I want you to do this with tremendous control, right? You wanna try to keep the hips up nice and high like a tabletop while we do this, okay? I need a quick breath. All right, let's do it. Here, 45 seconds, hips up, reach, control, reach. Again, the name of the game here is control. You don't wanna do this so fast that you lose balance. You also don't wanna think too much where you're just trying to balance the whole time. Right? And if this becomes too much, you're simply just gonna hold this position as another option, right? Reach. You know, I'm trying to get my legs straight, but if they don't quite come straight, that's okay. You're getting a lot of core as well as mobility today. Breathe, under 10 seconds. Breathe easy. And then strong finish, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Nice job. Okay, so now we go to our very last move, right? And then we're gonna repeat our last 5 moves, and that's how we're gonna finish up. So we're gonna go here, back to the plank, this time off of your elbows, and we're gonna go a hip rotation. So you're gonna take one hip, turn it to the side while your feet turn. Now this is always one that gets me. So a little bit more of a core exercise again. All right, here we go. 45 seconds. Control, side to side. You can keep those hands into the ground, and it's okay, breathe hard. This is not an easy exercise. If you get to a point and you need to kind of stick it in the middle, hold it in the middle, that's okay. Otherwise, you're just gonna rotate side to side and just continue to breathe with it. Into the nose, turn those hips over. Stop in the middle, turn it over. Strong finish here, just 10 seconds. Get a 15-second break, and then want to whip through those last 5 moves and get you a nice little mobility workout, and you can relax. All right, so shake it out, breathe easy. We're gonna start with those kneeling chops. All right, so only time we need a dumbbell is here. We start in 3, 2, one, here we go. 30 seconds on each side. I know my heart rate's up a bit, starting to feel it, but I'm feeling good because I'm controlling these movements. Breathe easy. Dumbbell doesn't have to be heavy. It's something that you can control in this plane. Almost there, under 10 seconds, we switch. Let's breathe in, out, 3, 2, 1. We have a couple seconds to switch. Just legs up. All right, big inhale. Exhale, drop those arms. All right, I think it's time to go back to work. Other side, chop, drop it back. We'll chop. There we go. So a lot of folks, you know, mobility, they think it's just maybe yoga moves, which are great. No weight, but I like to do mobility where when I'm done, I'm sweaty a little bit, but you want to be in control. You don't always need resistance, but you want to move really well. 2, 1, and time. All right, so we're done with this guy, okay? So now we move on to our next exercise. Remember, we're gonna go into those side kicks, right? So we're gonna go here, set it up, ready? And pull, pull, pull. Get to a point where those shoulders start burning. I don't know if this really helps, but you kind of hold it here for a minute, and it might help, it might not. I like to just move, right? The movement helps me through my head. I'm like, okay, I'm moving in control. I got this, right? I can do 45 seconds. Those are the types of things I think about, you know, but when I get static sometimes, I'm like, all right, where's the clock? Where's the clock? But you're doing a great job. Under 15 seconds. Just pull the elbow back. And I'm feeling all behind my armpit work. Hips are working, ankles are working. Doing a great job, team. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Very good. Hope you all feeling really good. Okay, so now shake it out a little bit. We're gonna go back to those plank steps, okay? So we're gonna be on our hands and we're gonna step the feet out to the side. 4, 3, 2, plank it out. Let's go. Step. There we go. I like to just own that plank in the middle, right? Don't be in a rush to step. Just wanna own it. And again, we're doing mobility, so if you wanna hang in here a little longer, hang in there a little longer, right? Just breathe. I ain't gonna remember this workout, right? Because it's like, oh, I did a little core, did a lot of mobility, and it's 20 minutes. Does a body good. Almost there. Let's keep stepping with it. Breathe easy. Just a little over 10 seconds, and then we go into the next move. Breathe. Strong finish here, team. 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, just shake those arms out. We have 15 seconds. Remember, we're gonna go into that little bit of a crab kick here. So, on all fours, hands back here, get the hips up. 2, 1, reach. Straighten the leg. Simply reach over. Keep the chest up proud. Breathe. 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 Almost there. Nice straight legs. Balance through the shoulder. Get a little bit more external rotation at the shoulder. Reach across. That's it. This kick. Breathe. Kick. Breathe. Under 10 seconds. You're doing a great job. Should be burning a little bit here. Strong finish here. 3, 2, 1. Ease it down. Awesome. All right, look at that. We're up onto that last move. 10 seconds to get into it. Remember, control movement here. Those hips should be burning a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Plank, own it. Over. Think rainbow, right? Rainbow, happy thoughts. Almost done. Breathe. Should feel a little tension in your shoulders. Hips should really like this one. Can you feel this in your core? Breathe. Your obliques. Middle of those abs. Just breathe. We're gonna finish this nice and strong, and you'll be on your way. In through the nose, out through the lips, strong. And look at that. All we have is 10 seconds to go. Crank it out. Turn and twist. Twist and turn to the finish line. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome, team. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy that 20-minute mobility flow. I'll see you next time.